Hey everybody, it's Shelly. I'm wearing my skull shirt today. So today I was going to talk about taking responsibility for your life, and I'm talking about this in, the day after election day, the midterms or whatever they are. I'm so not into politics. Anyways, all the people on Facebook and other social media talking about how they want to move because, people were elected that they weren't happy with. The same thing happened when Trump was elected. So many people said that they were going to move to Canada and Mexico and all that good stuff. And just a little FYI, my husband's company that he works for is based in Canada, and he goes up there occasionally for training. And just to get over the border, as someone who is working for a company there, he has to bring documentation from a DUI he had back in '94, and he has to have his passport, and he has to have a letter from his employer saying he's not going to take anyone's job. So it's not real easy just to, pack your bags and go to Canada. Anyways, so in the wake of the election, I just wanted to talk about taking responsibility for your life, because so many people are just like, poor people are poor because rich people are jerks and, take all the money. And, if they weren't spending this money on these campaigns and stuff, they could be feeding people. And, that's all true, but really they are feeding people. When you spend money at a hotel or a restaurant or a venue, you are employing wait staff, you are employing maids at the hotel, you are feeding people, you are giving people jobs and all of that. So just kind of turn it around and see what's really going on there. Yeah, to me, campaigns are ridiculous, especially when they're just tearing each other apart. It's just like, I won't vote for you unless you are telling me what you can do for me and not tearing the other person apart with hate and rudeness and horribleness. Like, I can't even support any of that. I don't care how good of a politician you are. If you are ripping your opponent apart, you are horrible. You're a horrible person. Like, you're right up there with gossiping and lying, and it's just horrible. So anyways, and then people are like, oh, like my whole life's going to come crumbling down because so-and-so was elected. I have been doing what I've been doing. I'm a reseller, and a reseller of mostly used clothes. And no one that's been elected has affected my life. No one has affected my happiness with my relationships. No one has affected my income other than me. No one has affected the car I drive, the house I live in, my bank account. It's like, I just think it's ridiculous when people get upset because the people that are in office, they're giving them the power of what they're doing in their life, and they're like, I can't make any money because of who's in office, or I can't, love who I want to because of who's in office, and all this talk about Trump is gonna, put an end to gay marriage, and he's racist and he won't let anybody in the country. There's still people coming into the country legally, which is the way it should be. There are still gay marriages going on. The whole gay, lesbian, queer, transgender community is bigger and better and more accepted than it ever has been. So I guess this video is like, I have all my opinions about how I feel, but I am an example that it doesn't matter who's in office. If you take responsibility for your life, you can have money, you can have great relationships, you can be happy, you can drive the car you want, you can live in the house you want, you can have the friends you want. You know, you see people complaining about, oh, there's all these fake people and all these people keep using me. That's not their fault. That's your fault. If someone does you wrong and then you let them back into that same position and they do you wrong again and you're like, I can't believe they did that. It's that whole thing, you know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Because if you keep letting that person or those people back into the same position where they screwed you over the first time, and then you're all surprised that they would do it again when they promised not to, that's on you. So take responsibility. So I was just going to talk a little bit about different ways that you can make life better in different areas of your life. So I'm going to start with finances because that's a big one. And I don't care who you are. We live in the United States. Well, most people that are watching me live in the United States. And well, the world, for that matter, revolves around money. Like, if you want nice things, you have to have money. If you want vacations, you have to have money. If you want freedom, if you want to be able to go and do what you want to do, you have to have money to do that. And to me, money equals freedom. You know, yeah, I can buy nice things and everything, but it really means I can do what I want when I want. I don't have to have a boss. I don't have to have somebody telling me when I have to be there, where I have to be, whether I can take a vacation, you know, in July, or if I have to wait till August because there's no one to cover me. I don't have to do that. I can take a vacation whenever I want to, and I don't have to put in my time or put in my vacation or whatever because I work for myself. And so, that's what money means to me. So the whole thing with finances, and I fought with it and struggled with it for years. I have been working the law of attraction to my advantage for about 20 years, but seriously since about 2006, 2007 is when we really got into it, watched The Secret, got, you know, really started thinking differently and having a different mindset. And through all of that, it was always money, was marriage. I had a great, you know, we had great kids, we lived in a pretty good house, had good cars, had, you know, great friends and all that. But the money was always a struggle. It was just like paycheck to paycheck, and it was just rough. And I was just like, you know, there was a couple times when I just broke down and cried and was just like, why does it have to be like this? I'm so sick of living like this. And I know there's so many of you that are like that. It's like you get your paycheck and it's just all goes to bills, or it all goes to this, or, you know, the kids are doing something and you got to pay that off, and or, you know, something comes up, you finally get a little bit of money and then the car breaks down or the dog breaks a leg or something, you know, and you got to spend that money. And it's like what clicked for me was a couple things. Number one, I decided that I was going to like money, whether it was coming into my life or going out of my life. And how I started doing that was I tithed. And that's not for everybody. I know a lot of people are like, how am I supposed to tithe? I can't even buy food for my family. So I was tithing with my eBay money. And so, like, say I'd make $500 in sales that week, I would tithe $50, and it wouldn't be to a charity. It would be to someone who inspired me. So a couple times it was my kids, a couple times it was my husband, a couple times it was like the book that I read that taught me about finances. I tithed to them. And so it was just like stuff like that. A couple times I have a coach friend, a couple times I tithed to her because she helped me that week. And so you can literally start tithing with $1. Like, let's say you had a bad day and your mom talked you through it or whatever. You can go to her and give her $1 and say, this is because I appreciate what you did for me yesterday when I was having a really hard time. And I know it's not much, but it's something. And I'm basically paying the universe, God, whatever you want to put on it. I'm paying that forward to you because I appreciate you and I want to keep the money flowing in my life. You can start with $1. They say 10%, and that's what I was doing, and I need to get back into that. But tithing was a huge thing for me because I feel like you are giving to something that you totally appreciate. So it's not like you're giving to a charity and you're like, oh, how much can I give the Humane Society, or how much can I give to the, foster parents of America, or whatever it is, like how much can I give to them? I really don't have that much. But when you're giving to someone or something that has really just influenced you and made you feel really good, or helped you on a, mental or emotional level, then it's easy to give to that, and it's easy to give with gratitude. When you're giving your mom $1 or $50 or $1,000 because she helped you out, it's a transfer of gratitude and appreciation. So it's a whole different feeling than like paying a bill or figuring out what charity to give to. And then the other thing that I did was I kept cash in my wallet. And so I started out with like $5 or $10, and I would keep it in my wallet. And that way, if I was like out and, out and about, and the kids were like, can we go get coffee? Yeah, I got $5. Not that $5 buys a couple coffees anymore, but I'm just saying, like, you always know that you have a little bit of money. Now I carry sometimes hundreds around. I probably shouldn't say that because I carry a purse around, but there's sometimes, like when we just got back from Disney a month ago, and we had cash. We all had cash. We weren't worried about how much we spent on dinner or what we bought, or, I bought a purse, and it was just like, yeah, it was a lot of money, but I love it, And so keeping that cash in your wallet is important. You get better and better at this financial thing, you will watch it grow. And pretty soon you'll have hundreds in your wallet. I feel like I'm getting choppy because I'm getting choppy right here on my... Anyways, and the other thing with the cash is you can smell it. Money has a smell, and smells are very powerful to our subconscious minds. If you think about, like, sometimes you smell perfume or a certain recipe being cooked or something, and it's like, oh, that's like grandma's house when I was 5, or soap or something. I know, like, there's a certain soft soap that brings me back to being at my grandma's when I was like 3 or 4, and I just love that smell because I loved being at my grandma's at that age. And so money has a smell, so you can smell it and you can go, I love money because it comes when I call and I say yes to money. And when you smell that smell, and then you can actually do it when you're out in the world and not even smell it. You just know the smell of it, And so that helped. And the whole repeating those things, I love money because it comes when I call and I say yes to money. Those are huge. And so, and then every time you pay a bill or buy something or even give to a charity, I know around here there's a lot of panhandlers. So if I feel right, I'll give somebody $5 that's on a corner. It's okay. Sometimes I don't feel right. Some of them just absolutely drive me crazy. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, you're an able-bodied person. Go get a job. There's help wanted signs everywhere, And so, excuse me. Jeez. But so that helped me with money. Okay, so the key to getting better, whatever in your life, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether it's a better house, whether it's better, friends, whether it's, better clothes, whatever you want more of and better of, you have to learn to love. Oh, the one I'm really missing is your body. Like, so many of us are unhappy with our body because we're overweight, or we're getting old and things are sagging, or, we're getting wrinkles because we're getting older. You can't, just like with money, you can't be like, oh, I want more money, but I can't afford that. I want more money, but damn it, I got to pay these bills. I want more money. I can afford that. I want more money. I love paying bills because I love to turn on the lights. I love to turn on the water. I love to live in this house. I love to drive that car that I have to make a car payment on and insurance on. I love it. That's what money's for, is to rotate all this stuff in our lives that we can have that's wonderful. Same thing with our bodies. If you want to lose weight, if you want to look better, you have to love the body you're in. And you might not love how it looks. You might not love the weight you're at, but there's things about your body you need to love. Your heart's beating, your intestines are digesting, your, sex organs are working, your hair is nice, you like your ears, you like your legs, you like your hands, like whatever it is. Go get your nails done. If you love having your nails done, treat yourself. If you have an extra couple bucks, go treat yourself and get your nails done. Or one thing that you can do is you can go to I don't know if Ulta does it, but I know Macy's makeup counters. You can go there and they'll make you over and show you how to do makeup. And you don't have to buy the stuff. You can just be like, okay, well, thank you so much. I got to give this some thought and go away. And you've just learned how to put makeup on better. There are so many ways to do this. And as you do it, you become more abundant in that. You start eating better. You start exercising. You start doing yoga. You start, finding people to go for walks with, So take responsibility of your life and make it better where you want to make it better. And those are little steps. It's not, I need to win the lottery tomorrow. It's by this time next year, I want to be making an extra $5,000 a month or an extra $1,000 a month, or for some people it's an extra $500 a month or whatever. By this time next year, I want to have enough saved up for the car I want. By this time next year, I want to be 30 pounds lighter. So take baby steps, and it doesn't have to start on Monday. It can start right now. The next meal you eat can be a better meal. The next choice you make about money can be a better choice. If you're sitting down to do bills tonight or on Friday when you get paid or whatever, start really just every check you write. We're not really writing checks anymore. Every bill you pay online, whatever it is, stop for a second and be grateful for what that bill is bringing you. If it's a credit card bill, if it's a collections bill, you've already used that. So be grateful for the coat you bought or the TV you bought or, whatever it is that you bought, the vacation, the food that you ate when you went out to eat a year ago with that credit card. Be grateful for that. Start getting grateful for everything that you have, and you will get more. Stop complaining about things. Stop blaming other people for the reason that you're down and out today. You're down and out today because of you. Nobody else. Not your husband, not your wife, not your job, not your boss, not your mom and dad, not your friends, not your car, not your house, not your alarm clock. You are down and out today because you are making choices to hang out with certain people, to work a certain job, to not show up, to show up, whatever it is. You have to take responsibility. No one is going to change you except for you. No one is going to save you except for you. So get out there, make baby steps, and start improving. If you owe money to collections, call them and make payment plans. And if they're like, you need to make $200 a month, and you're like, I can make $20 a month, and they push you, just say, I can make $20 a month, or you can keep sending me letters. You choose. This is what I can do, and that's all I can do. A little secret about them is if you are sending them even $5 a month, they can't send you to a attorney or whatever because you're making an effort. Get on YouTube and watch stuff about collections if you're being harassed by them, because there are lots of ways to go back on them. And I know that because I was sent to collections. I used to be afraid to answer my phone because it was collections all the time. We went bankrupt. We foreclosed on a house. We lost everything. But we started over and we recollected ourselves and we realized what we needed to do to move forward, and we changed how we handled our finances. And one of the huge things we did is we got grateful for the money going out of our lives. And when you do that, you get more money coming into your life, because the thing with money is it's energy. It's just like getting excited about a birthday party or getting nervous about a speech you have to do for a class. Some people might be excited about the speech and nervous about the birthday party because they don't like people that are going there. Or some people could love the birthday party and be nervous about the speech. It's all perspective, and it's all on you. It's your responsibility. So anyways, I'm going to stop because I've been babbling for 20 minutes about all this, and I'm going to go about my day and have a good one. I hope you do too. Happy Wednesday. See you later. Bye.